In the eerie silence of Bighorn County, a chilling mystery unfolds. 3 young lives, snuffed out, their stories echoing through the desolate Montana landscape. Bighorn County, Montana, a place of sprawling beauty, yet scarred by a grim reality. It's here where the lives of Henny Scott, Stops Pretty Places, and Selena Not Afraid were prematurely extinguished, their futures stolen, their voices silenced. This vast, desolate landscape, home to the Crow and Northern Cheyenne people, now bears a somber badge of sorrow and loss. It's become a symbol of an alarming crisis, a crisis that's swept across the nation but finds its most stark embodiment here. This is the story of missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls, or MMIW. In Bighorn County, the MMIW crisis is not an abstract concept. It's a palpable, haunting reality. The county has 82 recorded MMIW cases, a chilling testament to the scope of this tragedy. It's an epidemic that's left a trail of heartbreak and unanswered questions in its wake. At the heart of this crisis are our 3 victims: Henny Scott, Stops Pretty Places, and Selena Not Afraid. 3 young Indigenous girls, each with their own dreams, aspirations, and the inherent right to live and thrive in safety. Yet their lives were brutally cut short, their names added to a growing list of Indigenous women and girls whose lives were tragically and inexplicably extinguished. Henny, Selena, 3 names, 3 stories, 3 lives forever imprinted on the fabric of Bighorn County. Their stories are a stark reminder of the urgent need for justice, for answers, and for an end to this crisis that's cast a long, dark shadow over Indigenous communities. As the moon rises over Bighorn County, the haunting echoes of their names fill the night: Henny, Selena. Their names etched into the fabric of Bighorn County, their cases remain unresolved, their stories untold. In the heart of Montana, amidst the sprawling landscapes, lies a mystery that shakes the very roots of Bighorn County. 3 young Indigenous girls, Henny Scott, Stops Pretty Places, and Selena Not Afraid, disappeared. Their lives abruptly and tragically ended. Yet, their cases are shrouded in a veil of silence, their narratives kept hidden from the world. The filmmakers of the docuseries Murder in Bighorn faced a series of challenges in their pursuit of truth. Law enforcement was hesitant, their lips sealed, their doors closed. Information was scarce, like precious drops of water in a desert. The filmmakers navigated this complex labyrinth, their only compass being the burning desire for justice. Let's delve into the specifics. Henny Scott, a vibrant soul, vanished into thin air one cold December night. Her body was found weeks later, the cause of her death a chilling mystery. Stops Pretty Places, a girl of immense courage, disappeared in August. Her lifeless body was discovered in a yard, the circumstances surrounding her death a puzzle yet to be solved. Selena Not Afraid, a beacon of joy, went missing on New Year's Day. Her body was found 20 days later, the reason for her untimely demise, an enigma cloaked in darkness. Each case a thread in the complex tapestry of Bighorn County, each disappearance a reminder of the grave injustice inflicted upon these young souls. Each death a testament to the silent epidemic plaguing the Indigenous communities. With every passing day, the chilling question remains: who took these young lives and why? In the face of tragedy and mystery, a movement rises, echoing the cries for justice from the windswept plains of Bighorn County. The Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women movement, known as MMIW, is a beacon of hope amidst the darkness. It's a grassroots initiative, born from the pain of loss and the thirst for justice, spearheaded by the families of these lost girls. This movement is not just a call to action, it's a battle cry. It's an unyielding demand for answers in a world that too often turns a blind eye. The families of Henny Scott, Stops Pretty Places, and Selena Not Afraid refuse to be silenced, refuse to let the names of their loved ones be forgotten. Each day, they rise, carrying the weight of their loss and the strength of their resolve. But this fight, this pursuit of justice, is not without its challenges. The families grapple with jurisdictional hurdles, with law enforcement agencies that are often unresponsive or unsupportive. Yet, they persist, they press on, fueled by the love for their daughters, their sisters, their friends. They gather, they march, they chant, their voices a symphony of resilience echoing across the vast Montana plains. Each rally, each protest, each public plea for information is a testament to their unwavering determination. They are not just fighting for their own girls, they are fighting for all Indigenous women, for all those who have been lost, all those whose stories remain untold. In the heart of Bighorn County, amidst the pain and the mystery, a movement grows. It's a fight for justice, a fight for truth, a fight for the very essence of humanity. It's a fight that will not be extinguished, that will not be silenced until every missing girl is found, until every murder is solved, until justice is served. Their names live on, their stories fueling a relentless pursuit for truth and justice. Behind the grim statistics and heartbreaking stories, a deeper issue lurks, a legacy of pain and injustice that stretches back centuries. We're delving into the shadows of history, where the roots of the present predicament take hold. This is the story of colonization and its enduring impact on Native peoples, a story of systemic violence and oppression that has shaped the lives of Indigenous women in Bighorn County. Colonization wasn't merely a historical event, but a process that fundamentally altered the social and cultural fabric of Indigenous societies. It brought with it a wave of violence and discrimination that continues to ripple through the Indigenous communities today. The colonization of native lands was accompanied by a systemic erasure of Indigenous cultures, languages, and identities. This, in turn, has left a deep psychological scar on the Indigenous people, leading to issues of self-worth and identity crises. The issue of native-on-native violence, a tragic byproduct of this historical trauma, is an uncomfortable but necessary conversation. It's a reflection of the internalized oppression and the cycle of violence that has been passed down through generations. This isn't an excuse, but a context, a lens through which we can understand the complexities of the situation. The high rates of missing and murdered Indigenous women are a stark reminder of these historical injustices. The legacy of colonization has left Indigenous women vulnerable, caught in a web of systemic discrimination and violence. They bear the brunt of a society that has consistently marginalized and silenced them, their voices lost in the wind. The echoes of the past reverberate through the present, shaping a grim reality for the Indigenous women of Bighorn County. The legacy of colonization isn't just a chapter in a history book, it's a living, breathing entity that continues to shape lives and write stories. Stories of pain, resistance, and resilience. It's a legacy that demands our attention, our empathy, and most importantly, our action. As the sun sets on Bighorn County, the haunting questions remain, whispering through the frosty Montana air. We've journeyed through the dark reality of Bighorn County, a place burdened by a chilling legacy of unsolved crimes against Indigenous women. We've met Henny Scott, Kesara Stops Pretty Places, and Selena Not Afraid, 3 young lives cut tragically short. Yet, despite the tireless efforts of their families and the wider missing and murdered Indigenous women movement, their cases remain shrouded in mystery. This is not a tale neatly wrapped up with clear-cut answers. Rather, it's a chilling reminder of the complexities involved in solving such cases. The jurisdictional challenges, the historical and current impact of colonization on Native peoples, and the issue of native-on-native violence all contribute to a disturbing puzzle that is yet to be solved. We've seen the relentless pursuit of justice by the families of these young girls, their determination undeterred by the roadblocks they've faced. Their fight is not just for their daughters, but for all Indigenous women who have vanished or been murdered in Bighorn County. Yet, as we delve deeper into this story, the unanswered questions multiply. Why is the rate of missing and murdered Indigenous women so high in Bighorn County? Why are these cases so difficult to solve? What can be done to address this ongoing crisis? In the face of these unanswered questions, the families continue their fight. Their resilience is a beacon of hope in a seemingly endless night, their voices echoing across the vast Montana plains, demanding justice for their loved ones. As we conclude our journey through Bighorn County, we're left with more questions than answers. But one thing is clear, the fight is far from over. The families, the community, the movement, they won't rest until every question is answered, every mystery solved, every injustice rectified. In the heart of Bighorn County, the memory of Henny, Kesara, and Selena lingers, their stories a chilling reminder of a mystery that remains unsolved.